Now, breaking news, surveillance footage has been released from that claimed the life of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio, and it appears that he was hit, y'all, with a chopper.
And then you see, his lifeless body being taken away into an ambulance. And as that's happening, Yungeen Ace releases a diss track. Did you hear what he just said? He said, "Fellas got the low, I told them to do it." Now, if they can link Yungeen Ace to any kind of case related to this is coming into evidence. They're each other. They're each other. It just has to stop.
So I can tell you that I made several phone calls and discussions with the undersheriff and staff members about paying very close attention to certain groups that I know are clashing with one another. They know who they are. And we are going to pay very close attention to make sure that, we're not going to allow you to just arbitrarily run around and spray bullets into people's houses and cars.
So things just got even crazier in the Fulio case, with new surveillance footage showing the chilling moment Fulio's culprit ambushed him at the Holiday Inn. The audio reveals the person sneaking up and unleashing fire through the windshield with an automatic weapon, and it seems Fulio was hit while trying to jump into the back seat. But that's not all. Reports are buzzing that the feds are clamping down hard on the gang war in Florida. Word on the street is that Yungeen Ace's crew ATK is about to get slapped with a RICO indictment. This could spell big trouble for the gang, as the authorities seem determined to bring an end to the feud. Meanwhile, there's some strange activity going on with Fulio's official IG account. Despite everything, the account is still active, sharing cryptic and bizarre posts. Fans are now wondering if Fulio's account has been hacked, or if one of his close affiliates is behind these mysterious messages, with some speculating that these posts might be subliminal shots aimed at Yungeen Ace and ATK.
First they said I was dead though. I saw everybody who don't like me, it was already on the internet, you know what I'm saying? So I supposed to let niggas know I'm not dead. I know I did me.
And speaking of him, it looks like Yungeen Ace is not letting up on dissing Fulio. First, he dropped the track Do It on the very day Fulio passed away, and just days later, on June 28th, he released another diss track called Game Over, which skyrocketed to 2.5 million views on YouTube in just one day. In the song, Ace raps about going to war while carrying a bottle of Don Julio tequila, a clear dig at the late Fulio. In the song, Ace also refers to the passing of Fulio with the opening lines, 5 in the morning, I got a call. What is this? Dead on the floor, dead on arrival, Mr. 6, 4 in the car and 1 of them dead. 3 got hit. I told them they don't want no war with this ish. Meanwhile, like I said before, there's a disturbing surveillance video circulating online showing the moment Fulio was ambushed in front of the Holiday Inn where he was celebrating his 26th birthday.
Now on the photo, I guess it was taken from the surveillance off the hotel or whichever neighboring building. However, this is the surveillance and it has a timestamp that says 6/23/2024 at 4:37 a.m. Now, if you pay attention to all the news headlines and articles that covered this story, they said that he was ambushed at exactly 4:40 a.m. Or a lot of them kept saying it was just a little before 5. But as you see in this photo right here, it seems like the suspects, whoever it was in like a grayish or greenish kind of SUV, and they were already parked in the parking lot. Now, as you can see, that same car that was parked, now it's on the sidewalk, and a person got out and he proceeded to inside the vehicle. Now, what this tells me is they was actually watching, because if all the like everybody said was being to the driver's side, that's because whoever was the person already know that Fulio was on the driver's side, right? Because if you him, first of all, they're on foot, which means they're pretty comfortable. Because think about it, right? You're going into somebody else's territory where you would think that maybe they had some guys around them. I would think that Fulio would have somebody around them protecting them or something. But to get out on foot, you kind of had to have knowledge that he was defenseless, because it looks like they rammed the car, and this is why Fulio's car is damaged on the passenger side. It looks like they rammed the car, and it kind of whoever was driving or whoever was in the car, and after that, whoever it was proceeded to get out fast and to the vehicle. I guess they knew where Fulio was, so they decided all into the driver's side and tried to hit him. And once again, they had knowledge that he was the one driving, because as we seen in the first photo, it looked like they was already plotting. It looked like they was already there in the parking lot waiting. Once they seen him, seen what car he got into, as he tried to drive off or wherever he tried to go. They rammed him from the passenger side. Somebody got out as they rammed him, and then, he began firing.
Now, there's also this photo that was shared by artist Fallout Sosa on his IG story showing Fulio after the incident, and Sosa just wrote, "Damn, boy." Now, apparently Sosa is a member of Yungeen Ace's crew, ATK. So between Yungeen dropping 2 diss tracks back to back, practically bragging about putting a hit on Fulio, and then his affiliates sharing photos of Fulio's body, I mean, they're basically begging for a RICO indictment at this point. Over the weekend, popular criminal lawyer Bruce Rivers took to his YouTube channel to dissect Yungeen Ace's diss track, Do It. And he warned that Tampa authorities might use the song as evidence against Ace and ATK. He pointed out specific lyrics and themes that could easily be interpreted as incriminating.
Threw the Draco away. You know what a Draco is. Michael, show him what a Draco is. A Draco is, it's like an AK. I mean, what the Did you hear what he just said? He said, "Fellas got the low. I told them to do it." Now, if they can link Yungeen Ace to any kind of case related to this, this is coming into evidence. If it's he's with his baby, do it. He's with his bitch, do it. So this was posted yesterday at 5:20. I mean, it's directly related. That's so disrespectful. It's so off the chain callous. That's the other thing, is the callousness with which these young men deal with life. The callousness with which they value life of everybody. Because guess what? Every life is worth something, right? Every life is worth it's worth more than it's worth a worst deed. And for them to, I just think it's just we're the people surrounding them, and the reason, look at this, is going to get huge views, right? And he's going to make a bunch of money off of his diss track, right on the heels of Fulio's death. If he had a he would blow things out of the water. If all of a sudden Yungeen Ace came out with a compassionate, heartfelt video, but he's not going to do that. I mean, it would absolutely shock the rap world, the drill rap world, if he came out with a compassionate video, honestly. But he's not going to do that because he's happy that he's dead. They get off on it, and it really is almost serial killer-esque. This is the #1 trending song on YouTube. What does that tell you? And then you see, his lifeless body being taken away into an ambulance. And that's happening. And as that's happening, Yungeen Ace releases a diss track. I mean, that's real life. That's real life. Pop, 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 brah. Great. That's all. It's so neat. A white guy just does the bra. Hey guys, it's just too much. It's too much, and it's happening too many places. That's the reason why this afternoon I'm going into a hearing on a gang case. It's a RICO gang case. They got 45 guys, and guess what? They're gonna pluck another 45 guys off the street. And it's all about nothing. It's about racketeering, and it's about corruption. Too many people dead, too many people injured, too much collateral consequences, and it's all for nothing.
But what do we really know about Yungeen Ace's crew, ATK? Are the feds really building a RICO case on them as we speak? Now, there has always been a debate as to what ATK actually stands for. Some say it either stands for Aim to Kill, Ace the Killer, or Ace's Top Killers. But obviously, Ace never confirmed or denied this. He previously claimed in an interview on Vlad TV that ATK is just a record label. And when Vlad asked him what ATK actually stood for, Yungeen said it's definitely not anything gang related, but the name itself is a secret.
I got a label, ATK. It's a label. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no game. They gonna put it as a game because, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that.
And ATK stands for?
And see that meaning. See, the one thing about ATK, nobody know the meaning of ATK.
Okay.
Nobody know. I got the whole world screaming ATK. But
Is it a secret? Or?
Yeah, it's a secret. Nobody know.
All right.
Nobody know what it means. It don't mean no violent. It don't mean, it's like there's something behind some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So nobody know what it means.
But regardless of the name, the feds have been watching ATK for a while, and now they've already connected them to over 50 murders. And Yungeen is not helping at all with the disses coming in. Him tweeting and deleting sus posts, it's like he is himself calling the feds to catch him. Now, as for Fulio, he was a member of the suspected Jacksonville gang KTA, which has been locked in a bitter feud for years with ATK. Both groups emerged from the drill rap subculture. This rivalry took a serious turn in 2017 when Fulio's cousin, 18-year-old Zion Malik Brown, was tragically targeted. DeAndre Jaquez Thomas, an associate of Yungeen Ace, was arrested and charged in connection with the incident. But the situation only escalated again the following June when Ace and 3 other teens were ambushed while celebrating his brother's birthday at a restaurant. Ace survived despite being hit 8 times, but the other 3, including his 18-year-old brother Trevon Bullard, passed away. In the aftermath, Fulio posted several taunting messages on social media mocking the death of Ace's brother and his affiliates. Then in 2021, Fulio survived another attempt on his life when he was targeted while getting out of his vehicle. He took to Instagram hours later to mock the failed attempt, saying, "Y'all miss a whole 100 shots, literally." And this wasn't even the first time Fulio had been targeted. He was also targeted in Houston, Texas in July 2020, in an incident that rival Jacksonville rapper Fast Money Goon later referenced in the viral music video Who I Smoke. So before he tragically passed away last month, Fulio was involved in at least 3 near-fatal incidents in the past 4 years. The whole thing is just sad and tragic to see these young men throwing their lives away and ending each other over nothing, all before they're even old enough to grasp the true meaning of life. What makes it even more tragic is that this cycle doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon. Even if the feds manage to take down Yungeen Ace and his ATK crew with a RICO indictment, there will always be others waiting to step up and fill the void. The streets of Jacksonville will continue to run red as long as there's a score to settle or a reputation to uphold. It's like a never-ending war where nobody really wins. One fan said, "Now Yungeen Ace and ATK are gonna celebrate and diss Fulio and his death. It's just continuing the cycle of death coming for them next. None of these black men learn the power of the tongue, and what you put out will soon consume you." And someone else wrote, "Somehow someone's gonna hear his story and still think the whole having ops thing is fun and cool when this is the other side to it, the consistent impending doom feeling and cloud hanging over you. Anyone who's had an issue with someone knows the sadness of knowing someone wants to hurt you. I can only imagine people wanting you dead and actively trying. Hopefully this whole era of ops will be played out soon." But let me know how you feel about this whole situation. Do you think the feds are coming for Yungeen and ATK with that RICO charge? And if they are, will this actually change anything on the streets of Jacksonville? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't miss out on this next story.